The following program is sponsored by Mott Community College, FlintNarrative.org, and Soul Intentions Life Coaching, LLC. You're listening to Innovative Health Radio on SuperTalk 1570. The latest dish on everything from veterans, preventative and holistic medicine to innovative technologies, youth, and education. Listen in as local experts provide you with the education and resources to inform, entertain, and heal the community, one Sunday at a time.
Good morning. Welcome to Innovative Health Radio. I'm your host, Kristen Willisonovich. I'm here with my beautiful co-host, Christy Marshall.
Hey, how are ya?
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing great.
I survived my birthday week. I lived to tell. Because I watched you.
Yeah.
Thank you for teaching me how to survive middle age. I didn't mean middle age. I meant young.
That's
I
okay.
meant 20s.
Hey, I'm good with it. I roll with it.
I know.
Yeah, I'm embracing it.
I mean, I've gone from 2 ibuprofen to 3. That's it.
Yeah.
Well, and you know, I'm really excited because today we have got a packed house.
Yeah.
Innovative Health is the place to be. So really excited. So without further ado, it's my honor and privilege to introduce our guest co-host, Christy. Erin Coney. Hello.
Hello. How
Beautiful
are you?
Erin Coney.
Thank you.
It's good to see you. We're kind of lucky to have you because you are a jet set traveler.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that title.
I mean, real quickly, we got you all day, but you grew up in Flint.
Yes.
Where are you going to college?
Hampton University in Hampton, Virginia.
Beautiful. Yeah. And what are you going to school for?
I'm getting my doctorate in pharmacy. I have 2 more years, May 2020. So 2020 vision, I like to say, you know.
Well, I love that. And you've been traveling a lot. I've been following you. You're kind of like a Kardashian on Instagram. I've got a massive girl crush on you, so I follow you wherever you go. But you've been traveling a lot, but you've been meeting some pretty big celebrities. Who are some pictures you've been taken with?
So I got to meet Michael Eric Dyson. For anyone that knows him, he's a tremendous speaker. He's hilarious. He has a book out now. I actually met Beyonce's mother, Miss Tina Lawson.
I saw that.
Yeah, Tina knows Lawson now because she likes, Lawson. So she's amazing, and it's been a great time. Like, those are just a couple of people, but I appreciate the connections.
And you're a Flint girl, born and raised, baby?
Yes, born and raised and proud. And I tell everyone I meet that I'm proud of it.
I love that. I love
Gotta
that.
be proud of it.
Yes,
Amen.
definitely.
So really excited. We've got actually a friend of mine. I'm so excited to have her in the studio. Fenton girl. Flint's cool, but Fenton's cool too, y'all. All right?
Hey, so is Grand Blanc.
So is Grand Blanc. You ain't been anywhere if you ain't been to Fenton and Grand Blanc. It's rough in those burbs. It's rough.
Right.
So without further ado, my honor and privilege to introduce the beautiful, talented Dr. Erica Peabody.
Hi,
Hello,
and thanks for having me.
Welcome.
Thank you so much for having me on here today.
Well, I reached out to you because you've been on my mind a lot. It's almost one of those things where, like, I got to invite Erica like 2 years ago. And when you finally say, oh, hey, by the way, could you come on my show? I felt like I texted you 2 years ago and asked you. And she's like, oh my gosh, I would love it. And your schedule is crazy. So it took a little bit of time for us to get you here, but we're really happy to have you.
Thank you. It has been really busy lately, but I'm just honored to be here, truly.
Well, it's busy because of you.
Yes, life never stops.
Well, and I think,
Well,
you know what I
yes.
mean? When you are a person and it's your practice and you are the business, the boss, the brand, the physician,
Yep.
you're not successful unless I personally believe there's success behind the person. Am I wrong?
Exactly. No, you're right.
True.
Yep.
And she is the epitome of success. You've got a lot going on. So tell us a little bit about who you are and what you do.
So I am a chiropractor. I've been in practice for a number of years in Fenton. I'm originally from Fenton, go Tigers, born and raised
Me too,
there.
baby. Me too. Born in Flint.
And
Fenton kid.
yeah, I have a family chiropractic wellness center, which basically means that chiropractic is known for headaches, low back pain, neck pain, those kinds of things, but it's also stepping into the wellness industry, and chiropractors are leading the wellness industry as sort of the leaders in helping families be well, stay well, get well, and move through life better.
Well, and I know, go ahead, ask your question real quickly.
And I was going to say, I know that as a life coach that I fully embrace like the chiropractic lifestyle and what you do for your clients, because it is natural and it's healing and it's working it's healing the whole body. And so I love that approach. And man, could I have used you yesterday. I
had a migraine.
I had a major migraine from I'm not kidding, the time I woke up until the time I went to bed.
That's brutal.
It was brutal.
Yeah.
And I hate taking medicine.
Yeah.
And I hate
Well, lucky for me, it's in my contract that anytime there's a chiropractor in the studio, I get a free adjustment.
You guys should have told me. I have a portable table I could have brought out.
No. We'll lay him across the studio table. It's cool. It's fine. It's all good. And we won't tell anyone. It's all HIPAA safe here, girl.
Yeah.
That's right.
So we talk a lot of times about innovative health, and we talk mind, body, soul, right? We're advocates for living your best life. And I think it's very interesting right now. It just kind of dawned on me. We have Aaron, who's going into the pharmaceutical side. And then we look at Dr. Peabody, who is, very natural and holistic. But for innovative health, and I can speak to the brand, it's like taking the best of the Eastern and Western medicine and marrying both of them.
Thank you
right?
so
Am I
much.
wrong?
Right.
No,
That's
there's a lot
exactly
of times when people think they need to be separated, but we all have a place in it.
That's right.
And if we can learn to work together, but also respect the natural, inborn, innate ability to heal that's inside of our body and enhance that, and then use the pharmaceuticals as necessary, and of course, life coaching as well. It can all work together.
Don't you love
I
that?
agree.
I do. And even though I'm in pharmacy, I always believe in non-pharmacological first versus pharmacological. That's something that is a given with anyone. So I appreciate what you do, because if you can start there and mend the problem, then you don't really need to go to pharmacological.
Yeah, so we just do conservative approach first. And I think that's where we're seeing the biggest shift in the culture these days, is that people are looking for more conservative approaches that are non-invasive to the body. Let's start there first, where we sort of swung the other way for a number of years
Right.
and have been blind faith in whatever drug is going to get me there
That's right.
fastest.
Well,
right.
and now we're seeing
And there's
some
so much-
epidemics now
Exactly.
because
and
of
the immunity to the drugs that
my gosh.
that people are being given. So then you have to up the ante, and then
Right.
it just gets to be this
But
vicious.
I totally concur with you in the sense of, though, you get to a point where you probably see kind of dichotomized patients at both ends where they're like, no meds, no nothing, and they suffer through pain. And
Right.
there is so much beautiful treatment. I mean, even across the board, whether it's pain management, that's a whole different show. But we talk about, even mental illness, you're seeing
That's right.
depression or any type of illness, and they don't want to take a med.
That's
and
right.
it has to be treated. So
That's right.
Yeah, medication is a great bridge, but long term, like, what are we
Yes.
doing every single day with our choices every
That's right.
single day in all areas of life that's either making us stronger or making us weaker, making us live more or making us get to the grave faster?
That's right.
And I
That's
think
right.
you'll agree, we talk all the time, it's prevention. So
Yeah.
it's diet, it's exercise, I
Well, and
firmly
as somebody-
believe in chiropractic
As
care. I
somebody
love
that
it.
went through all of that, really, because I do deal with depression and anxiety, and having gone through medication and then getting off medication and going through cognitive behavioral therapy and then going through my own life training, life coach training, I've seen it all, and I've seen how everything works. And and so I can speak to all of it because I've experienced all of it. But my best and favorite approach is when I finally got off that medicine, and it was me choosing one thought over the other,
Right.
and really making the best, healthiest choices for myself,
And that's
understanding.
Yeah, that's probably the
Yeah.
conversations you have on a
All
daily basis.
day long.
Yes.
It really, truly is. And the other part about it is that we can't always be perfect every day. And it's a game of slipping and checking on all areas: diet, exercise, rest, just the whole gamut of things. It's slip and check.
That's right.
But don't slip and stay down that slippery slope.
Right.
'Cause that-
Exactly.
What? Is that wrong?
That's exactly right. It's like, acknowledge that you slipped.
Yeah.
It's okay that you did,
right.
and move forward.
The
right?
other part that I really talk to a lot of people about is biting off digestible pieces. Like, people say, I'm going to start a new workout program. It's going to be an hour a day for 7 days a week. No, start with 20 minutes a day
Right.
or 20 minutes 5 days a week.
Right.
Start digestible so you make yourself small wins, because
Right.
the culture around us is so it's just going to take you into that sick and sicker.
It's
and
got to
sick.
be.
It's
It's got to be now. It's
Yeah.
got to be quick
Yeah.
and fast and easy.
Instant
right?
gratification. And if
Absolutely.
you start quickly, you'll burn out quickly. And
absolutely.
then that slippery slope.
That's right.
I love that advice.
Yeah.
Yes.
So tell us what a day in the life of Dr. You think we're busy. Tell us what a day in the life of Dr. Erica Peabody consists of.
Yeah, so fortunately for me, I own my own practice. I started it from scratch back in early 2005, so almost going on 14 years. And I only adjust 20 hours a week. And everyone's like, how come you don't work 6 days a week? And, you know, you're only in the office 20 hours. Guess what? The rest of the business needs to be run too. So this morning, I was already in this morning, and I saw patients that were 3 weeks old all the way up to the great-grandparents' age.
Oh, wow.
And so I really believe in pediatric chiropractic care, but even prior to that, the first patient on the table was she's due in 2 weeks. And so there's pregnant women, infants, and children is the focus of the practice, but along with pregnant women, infants, and children are the dads and everybody else that comes along. But usually the women tend to be the health care choice makers of the family. So we really focus on that. However, everyone comes along with that. So this morning I worked from 7:30 till 10, usually about 3 hours at a time. The office is packed and jamming and we're rocking. It doesn't look like a normal doctor's office though. It's more like you came into my home. So everyone's really comfortable there and they're like, oh, it smells great in here. The sounds are good. And I truly have the best part of my day is being able to serve my patients. And so it's just Monday through Thursday, one Saturday a month we do a little bit, but
Listen, that is our interview for today. We have so much to talk about with you. We're so excited. You're coming on our podcast later at Innovative Health Podcast Studios.
Perfect.
And you have a wellness real quickly. How can people get a hold of you and the and your business?
Right. So it's www.cafeoflifefenton.com. But I'm also very active on social media. So just connect with me directly or the office Cafe of Life on Facebook or Dr. Erica Peabody on Instagram. And I'm sort of all over the place. So you're welcome to direct message me there or connect with us, call the office, that kind of thing. So
we love you. Dr. Erica Peabody.
We need her back.
We do. Are you kidding me?
I'll come back anytime, regularly if you need me to. So.
We love you. Okay, so listeners, don't go anywhere. We've got an amazing show for you. You are listening to Innovative Health Radio right here on SuperTalk 1570. We'll be right back.
So you see, son, good manners are important. Should I go through it again?
Yes.
Yes, please.
Yes, please.
Exactly. Always say please, thank you, you're welcome, and excuse me. Sit up straight, hold doors open, don't speak with your mouth full, keep your elbows off the table. Share your things, play nice, and generally treat others the way you'd like to be treated. Got it?
Got it.
And stop picking your nose.
Most parenting is hard to do in just 2 minutes. But 2 minutes twice a day making sure they brush their teeth is easier, and it could help save them from a lifetime of tooth pain. Visit 2min2x.org to find out more. A message from the Partnership for Healthy Mouths, Healthy Lives, and the Ad Council.
Good news. If you're a 2018 graduate from a high school or GED program located in the city of Flint, Flint Promise, a scholarship program allows eligible students to attend participating colleges for little to no cost. Visit theflintpromise.org to get started. Deadline to apply for the fall 2018 semester is July 16th. In the meantime, students are encouraged to complete their FAFSA, which is a requirement of the Flint Promise Scholarship. Once again, get all the details at theflintpromise.org. Flint Promise is administered by the Flint and Genesee Chamber of Commerce.
23 million veterans, heroes who need our help.
I learned myself that when you experience something like this, it's so traumatic, you can't do it alone.
Support our wounded warriors and their families. Fisher House at fisherhouse.org. 23 million veterans, they're heroes who need our help. When our heroes' families need help, they turn to Fisher House, a safe, free place to stay, steps away from their loved one's hospital room, helping military and veterans' families. Fisher House at fisherhouse.org.
Understanding your finances is a key to a strong financial future. Don't be the one who gets left behind. Visit feedthepig.org for tools and tips to get started on the path to financial stability. This message brought to you by the American Institute of CPAs and the Ad Council.
Car crashes don't happen in slow motion. They happen fast. In a crash, there's no time to check if your child's in the right car seat. Don't think you know. Know you know. Visit safercar.gov/the right seat. A message from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
You're listening to Genesee County's Super Talk 1570.
Welcome back to Innovative Health Radio. I'm your host, Kristen Wolasanovich, here with my co-host Christy Marshall and our guest co-host Erin Coney.
Yes, thank you for having me.
Oh, you're welcome. We'll let you try to talk.
We'll let you have a few words.
We get so excited. And, you know, my dad will listen to the show and he says, you're the host that talks the most.
The hostess with the most.
I could agree with him.
So I'm trying to pull back, trying to be a good interviewer. So Dr. Erica Peabody, pretty special. Pretty cool. She's great.
She was awesome.
She should have her own show, for goodness sake.
She should.
Yeah.
Especially since she's active on social media already. So
She's
Right.
got it. She's got it all. She really does have it all. I hate her. She's beautiful, brains,
Hey,
beauty.
don't hate her. There's nothing to hate. No comparison.
Christy,
We're all unique.
Always a voice of reason. Always bringing me back to earth. Okay, so as always, we love the women guests, right? We're big promoters of women. We love to empower women, but we love men more. Let's be real.
She's just bringing it to
let's
reality.
just break
here.
it down, Erin. Let's just break it down. So without further ado, it's my honor and privilege to introduce my dear sweet friend, CEO of Parjana, right? Greg McPartland. So ask him, Erin.
So awesome.
What does Parjana mean? Ask him.
Parjana, and that is exactly what I was going to ask you. What does it mean? Because it's a good name, and I don't think people will forget it. So,
Parjana is the Hindu mythical god of thunderstorm and rain, and Parjana, is actually the process that brought water, thus life, to the earth.
I love
so
that.
Parjana enabled water, thus life coming to the earth.
Wow.
And our role is to rebalance that life, that water that was given to us.
That's
excellent.
awesome.
So Greg has been a friend of the show. Gosh, how many times? You've been on quite a few times.
Yeah, a few times now. I think this is my fourth time.
And the reason we love having you on the show is because, and the timing is fortuitous because we have Mari Copney on the show today, Little Miss Flint, who was one of the, really one of the first people to bring the water crisis to the forefront on a national scale. So we're really excited because she's got some big news, and I'm telling you, she's a dynamo. She's a powerhouse.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
So that's why, I mean, you're here to talk about water. You're a subject matter expert in water, and especially during a crisis. So you've been in the studio quite a bit because we love to hear your insight about Flint and seeing it throughout the years.
It is about health and wellness, right? And health and wellness does not exist without healthy, clean water.
That's right.
No matter what problems we have in the entire world, the only problem that really matters is water. Because if we don't address our water problems, none of the other problems in the world matter.
That's right.
Water has to be first and foremost in regards to health, wellness, education. It is the building block that enables a community, that enables education. That is the foundational piece.
I like to say water is life.
It is.
That's right.
Well, and when this all broke a couple years ago, and it's going to take years and years and years to fix, you know, you had come in, and while we said this is unbelievable, but it also was a window of opportunity for Flint to, I mean, other major cities were finding the same problem in their infrastructure.
Right.
And you had said this, Flint can be this, you know, redefine the future for really the globe.
Right.
No, absolutely. In every crisis, there's also opportunity.
Right.
And our greatest asset as a state, the greatest asset of Flint is water, right? And instead of looking at water as a negative thing and focusing on the problem, we have an opportunity to focus on the future and how can you rebuild a community, create jobs, solve problems. And Flint has an opportunity to become an epicenter for innovation in the water space.
Yes.
Right. That's right.
It's pretty
Yeah,
it's been
well,
crazy.
And like you said, you have the opportunity. Now we know what went wrong, and now we can fix it and move forward and do what's right. And had we not really had this happen, even though it's a terrible thing, how long would that have, you know, how much longer would that have led us down the wrong road, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And there's an old saying, we're never going to fix our problems with the thinking that created those problems in the first
That's
place.
right. That's exactly right.
So it's about it's about innovation. The future gold is water. The greatest opportunity in business and development is water, right? The least amount of innovation is in water.
Right.
So that the distance between those two, that's why there's so much opportunity.
Yeah, that's
because
right.
there's been so little innovation in the water space.
Right.
So it's how do we embrace that and enable Flint to benefit, to become the thought leaders for the rest of the world.
Right.
Because people and the world are watching Flint.
And there's some major thought leaders and some major doers taking this on.
Yes,
Which is
and I'm
great.
glad you're doing this.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I just wanted to ask you. I saw an interview you did, and I love how you said you can turn rain into revenue.
Right.
So I'm wondering your perspective here in Flint, Michigan. How could we turn, using innovation as a concept, how could we turn rain into revenue for the city of Flint?
So before he answers, I just am really passionate too. One thing that he wanted to bring to the city, and he will bring to the city, and you'll answer that question, is education.
Yes.
So there is this STEM, like turnkey software water education program that he has been working diligently, that's already established. It's like the best in the country, probably one of the best in the world, that he wants to bring to the children of Flint, not just K through 12, but into the entire residents of the city of Flint. So there you go. I tooted your horn. You're welcome. That'll be $20.
That's excellent.
But seriously, the first thing he said to me, like, we've been friends for a long time, and I pick his brain from a business standpoint. But when this water crisis hit, that's one of our conversations we would have. He would say education is key.
And that's for everything across the board. I mean,
for
anything that you're trying to, fix and make better and move forward with, So
exactly. But go ahead, respond now. Your turn.
Well, I'll do two parts. One, just to follow up on the education piece, you don't know what you don't know,
Until
and you don't know
it,
what
right?
questions to ask.
Yeah.
Right. And so if we're able to educate and inspire future thought leaders who actually know what questions to ask and how to hold people accountable, like little Miss Flint here, right?
That's right.
Right. And demand respect, to demand answers, we can avoid that crisis coming in the future. Right.
Right.
It's about holding people accountable and having the educational awareness of what questions to ask.
That's right. That's
and
right.
the opportunity from a revenue standpoint, rain is an asset.
Right.
Right. But we've always treated it as a liability.
Right.
So there's opportunities that we've been working at. We're developing, we're doing projects in Chicago, California, all over the world now. We've done 500 projects globally where we're actually treating rain as an asset and actually infiltrating it into the ground instead of sending it to the water department. So it's cost avoidance.
Right.
It's performance-based
there you go.
contracting, right?
That's right.
And there's no other better energy production than not to use the energy in the first place.
Yep.
So that's where the economics of rain management comes in.
Yeah.
Is rethinking how can we reimagine rain and how can we make money from rain.
Right.
And when we make money, we create jobs.
Right.
So we can rebuild the stormwater infrastructure of the city of Flint, right?
Yep.
Create jobs and provide a healthy foundation.
You're on to something
And
big
what's
here.
and what's great and what's great
You like him,
is,
don't you?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
we don't have to
got a big
filter the
brain.
rain.
He does.
What?
And what's great is we don't have to filter that rain.
But actually,
I mean,
by the
not
way,
too much, right?
Well, there's one little caveat to that. We don't have to. The earth
The
does.
earth does. That's what I'm saying. Like we as a
Yes.
human society
Right.
don't have to do a thing to that.
Right.
Which how incredible,
Right.
We're using what God's given us. We know it's ready to go. Let's just make it happen.
I always say, Earth is just a giant Brita filter.
Yeah. That's
There's
right.
no better filter than the Earth.
That's right.
I love that. I'm going to quote you on that too. That's a good quote right
It is
there.
a good quote.
Earth is a giant Brita filter. Greg
Filter, that's
McPartland.
Deep thoughts.
I love that.
And then you can have a selfie with him so that you're involved in some way too.
Yeah, I would love to because I'm a big advocate for my city, and what you're doing is something big that I think you should definitely drive home here.
No,
So cool.
honestly, we'll talk off air about it too because the actually the education program, and we'll talk to Mari too about it. The
Yeah.
education program was created from Cranbrook, which
Okay.
is a highly accredited. I mean,
Yes.
cream of the crop in
Yes, it
terms
is.
of education.
Yes, it is.
So it's all turnkey, and it's actually something that they have been providing to a portion of the Flint schools through the Ruth Mott Foundation. So
great.
we are looking to expand it to the entire, to bring it to bring it to the city of Flint. So
Right.
look I got all the right people in the room. I must be smart or something. Okay, we only have a couple minutes left. Okay, talk about the future of Flint, Greg McPartland. What do you see for our city?
What I see for the city of Flint is an incredible opportunity to turn a crisis into a paradigm-shifting moment where Flint can become the thought leaders and innovation leaders for the world. The world is looking to Flint. And what Flint does is important. And what we do today and tomorrow in Flint will help change the world. We can become an epicenter to draw innovation, to draw solutions, to draw thought leaders, right? Not focusing on why something might not work, right? Let's not focus on why not. Let's focus on what if. Have a spirit of innovation.
And
let's fail and fail quickly and move on.
Exactly.
I love that.
Why we
That's
love
the same
you.
philosophy
You're such a
I
big
use
thinker.
in life
Isn't he
coaching. Is let's
amazing?
not focus on why. Let's focus on how, and let's get it done and move forward. Right?
Very good.
Yeah.
Well, Greg McPartland, CEO of Parjana, dear friend of Innovative Health, will you come back on?
Absolutely. Just let me know.
Of course. And how can people find out more about Parjana?
You can go right to the website, www.parjana.com. That's PARJANA.com. And you can look us up, give us a call, and we'll be happy to answer any questions.
I love it. So check it out. Thank you so much, Greg McPartland. So please, listeners, don't go anywhere. Guess who's coming in to the studio? Little Miss Flint. We're so excited to have her. So excited to talk to her. So big thank you, Erin Coney. Big thank you, Christy Marshall. Thank you, Greg McPartland. You have been listening to Innovative Health Radio Super Talk 1570. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Come on, smile. Oh, honey, he's still not smiling.
Maybe he's not a smiler.
Yeah, maybe he's just not a happy baby.
Maybe he's just being a boy.
Or maybe he's teething.
Maybe it's just a phase.
Maybe he has autism, and we can definitely do something to help.
Maybe is all you need to find out more about autism. No big, joyful smiles by 6 months is one early sign. Learn the others at autismspeaks.org/signs. Brought to you by Autism Speaks and the Ad Council.
Did you know that birthday parties help build confidence in kids?
Yeah. Did you know that giving kids less sugar before bedtime helps them sleep better?
Oh, totally. Did you know that friendly kids have more friends?
Everybody knows that.
Hey, guys, did you know that most people think they're using the right car seat for their kid, but they're not?
I didn't know that.
Parents who really know it all know for sure that their child is in the right car seat at the right age and size. Visit safercar.gov/the right seat to make sure your child is protected. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Well, I finally improved my credit score.
What? The band is about to be discovered. Rock gods don't need to worry about credit scores. We're supposed to think about how many guitars we've smashed, make ridiculous on-tour requests, tragically break up and blame creative differences.
Yeah, I'm not banking my retirement on a band that's never left your garage.
When it comes to financial stability, don't get left behind. Get tools and tips for saving at feedthepig.org. This message brought to you by the American Institute of CPAs and the Ad Council.
To buy your home, you became a house hunting ace. Learned about loans, scoured neighborhoods, and asked the right questions. Now you're queen of your castle. If you manage that, you can get your retirement plan on track. Visiting aceyourretirement.org can help. With 401k tips and smart saving strategies, you'll feel empowered to own your retirement like you own your home. Go to aceyourretirement.org. Because when it comes to clearing financial hurdles, you're an ace. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
This is Super Talk 1570.
Welcome back to Innovative Health Radio. I'm your host, Kristen Willisonovich, here with Christy Marshall and guest co-host Erin Coney. But we've given you a new name. It's Little Miss Flint Jr. because we have the real Little Miss Flint.
Yep.
Mari Copney in the studio. Hello, gorgeous.
Hello.
Yes, sing for us.
How are you?
Good.
And you're here joined by your beautiful mother. What's your mom's name?
I'm not saying it.
I'll say it.
Okay.
Lulu Brazil. Just kidding. Lulu Brazil. Hello.
Say it right.
How are you, Lulu?
I'm good.
So Lulu and Mari Copney in the studio with us. We're really excited to have you both. Because it's not like you're She's not busy or anything.
Not at all.
Not at all. Mari, how's your summer been going?
Good.
And you had a birthday.
Yep.
How old did you turn?
11.
11? You're a woman. My goodness. 11 years old. What day was your birthday?
July 6th.
And you had a summer bash.
Yep.
Because you just didn't have a normal birthday. Tell me what happened.
Well, instead of having a party to myself, I threw a party for Flint kids, and there was cupcakes, food, inflatables, games, crafts, free bikes. There was everything.
It was magical. Wow. It was
magical.
Your birthday, but everyone got the presents, it sounds like. Mm-hmm. Where was it?
U of M Flint, downtown.
Oh, okay. Very good. Awesome. And it was a beautiful turnout. I saw it on social media. It was really nice.
We had over 1,000 kids show up.
Wow. That's amazing.
It's pretty special. And I think, Lulu, you and I have known each other for a few years now. And one thing that you and I have this conversation about is the fact that Mari is... people don't understand how powerful she really is in terms of bringing awareness to the city of Flint from a national, even global perspective. So tell us a little bit, because a day in the life of Mari is not similar to a day in the life, say, Kristen Willis-Novich. People reach out to you consistently. In fact, most recently, Elon Musk, correct?
Yeah, Mari tweeted at him. He had a tweet about what would you like to see in the back of a Tesla truck. And Mari was just like, well, bikes for Flint kids and water for Flint. And a couple weeks later, he was like, he reached out and we had a conversation at 2 a.m. And that ended up in a huge donation of over 500 bikes.
Did he call you directly?
We were chatting directly.
Okay, very good. So you were chatting directly with Elon Musk. And I think it's what now we're seeing the national media, Lulu, of him now really wanting to play a bigger part. Mm-hmm. So I think what our listeners need to know and need to understand is she is such a catalyst to really big things for the city. And it's pretty powerful. And I think we're really lucky to have her, to be honest.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yes. And thank you, Lulu, because, you are her support. You are her mom. Without you helping guide her and helping us, none of this would be possible. And it's awareness. It's all awareness.
Right. It is awareness. Thank you so much.
Well, I know, because it's not easy. It's not. Tell us a little bit what's been going on. I mean, it's just not easy. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of conversation. It's a lot of work. And one thing I want to say, too, it's not like when people reach out and they do to you, to Mari, all the time, you also redirect them to the Flint Foundations. It's not like you say, oh, come on in. You redirect them.
Oh, yes. Mari's team is not just me. Mari has a huge team. She has the Community Foundation on board with her, and we have people in every corner of the city, every corner of the state, really helping to make sure that Mari's productive and that Mari can be as helpful as she possibly can.
Mm-hmm. And so there's also have you been screening for some movies, Mari? Mm-hmm. Tell us a little bit about that. That's so exciting. Is it fun? I bet it's fun.
Yeah. I'd love to do that. So tell us about it. What movies have you had screenings for?
The movies I have had screening before was Black Panther, Wrinkle in Time, and Incredibles 2.
Nice. Excellent. Oh, I loved Wrinkle in Time. That's one of my favorites.
I like Black Panther.
Yeah. I was going to ask you which one was your favorite.
Black Panther.
Really? Yes. I heard it was amazing. Mm-hmm. So tell us about screenings for people who are listening. Aaron, I don't know if you know this. Mm-hmm. What does movie screenings mean? What does it all involve? And how are you involved with us? Tell us what you do. Or do you want Mom to tell a little bit?
No, you can tell them.
Okay, when we do movie screenings, we rent out an entire theater. And then we get the vouchers for the popcorn and the drink. And then every single screening, we always do giveaways. Like with the Incredibles 2 screening, we had probably over 100 giveaway items. Like we got all the Incredibles merchandise that they had. And we just gave them out to kids. We had little ones in there carrying big old toys that they could barely handle. But we love giving back in big ways.
Yeah, right. That's great. That's awesome.
So you mentioned the Community Foundation and Isaiah Oliver, who's a friend of the show and a friend of Innovative Health. What are some of your partnerships that you're working on right now?
Well, they helped us fund Summer Bash. They gave us a grant for that, and most currently we are working on getting the Little Miss Flint Fund started there at the Community Foundation. So when people want to reach out, we don't just say, hey, go donate to the GoFundMe. It's, we have this fund at the Community Foundation. You can donate there, and we can make your dollar go further.
That's great.
That's awesome. So I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
So what is next for the summer and even, the rest of the year? Like, what's going on?
School supplies!
Oh, yes, because that time is coming up.
Coming up quick.
So we're going to fill a whole bunch of backpacks. Okay. Backpacks.
You got it.
Full of school supplies to give out to Flint kids.
All right. That's awesome. Did you guys do that last year?
We did it last year.
Yeah.
We did 1,000 backpacks last year. The goal for this year is every single kid in Flint gets a backpack stuffed with school supplies.
That's an incredible goal.
When will that be?
We're working on getting sponsors right now. We're going to have the first wave of school supplies delivered directly to schools probably the second week of August, because the year-round schools start sooner than the regular schools.
Yeah.
So you have the backpacks delivered to the schools?
Yeah, what we're going to be doing is we have a backpack sponsor that's sending us the backpacks. We're going to stuff them and then go deliver them directly to the schools.
We'll help you. So when you get ready to do that, just contact us directly, and anything you need, we'll put out through Innovative Health and anything you need. And you do that, too. You're very good at social media when you need help and volunteers. We'll get better on helping volunteer. We promise. So 1,000 backpacks, huh?
We did 1,000 last year. This year, it's more like
every kid.
every kid in Flint, which
That's
according to Dr. Mona, there's 18,000 kids in Flint. So far, we've gotten probably 13,000 that we found out of how many schools and kids that are in the schools.
How many?
Right now, we're at 13,000.
We need to increase that. We need to bring more kids and increase this population of education.
Yes.
We'll work hard on that. And actually, guess who's coming on the show next week? Dr. Mona.
Yay.
So we're really excited. And, listening to Mari get excited about Dr. Mona, that's why she has been so powerful. It's her partnerships with such amazing, leaders, key leaders in the community, her being one of them. How important is it to you, young lady? You're 11 years old. What grade are you going into?
6.
Sixth grade, right? Sixth grade. And it's pretty special. I mean, if anyone even Googled you to see what you've accomplished, because how old was she kind of when this all...
She was 8 when all
8
this
years
started.
old.
I was a youngster.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you still are.
And well on your way.
But I bet, honestly, she probably looks back like 8. Oh, gosh, I was such a child back
She
then.
has grown up quite
Such a
bit from-
child.
She probably has grown up quite a bit from all of this.
She's grown a lot. She's come a long way.
Definitely.
Sure.
It's pretty, it's been, to me personally, knowing you, and really since she was 8 years old when all of this launched, to kind of watch her star just shine and watch it just kind of snowball into something really magical, and magical for the city. I mean, because it's never been about her. It's just been about what she's been able. This child has moved mountains.
Yeah.
And able to bring awareness too. Yeah, for sure.
More than any adult that I've seen within the city. Right? Am I wrong, Erin?
You are correct, 100%.
Yes. So it's keep doing what you're doing, girl, because
Thank you.
it's pretty important. So so we're looking at backpacks. We only have a couple minutes left. I want the real scoop. Like, I want some swimming. I want some beach time. I want some fun gymnastics. Are you still cheerleading?
Yes.
What else is going on? What's your kid stuff you've been doing? Hanging out with the siblings? Cleaning your room? Babysitting?
I don't babysit.
I was going to say, does mom make you do normal things?
I babysit, then there's going to be a mess of a house.
Oh, boy.
Oh.
Lulu.
And they will listen to me.
Oh, yeah.
That's why she doesn't babysit.
And there you have it.
Because while she's little Miss Flint to us, I think at home she's
the
big
annoying
sister.
big sister.
I mean,
yeah.
I'm being honest about, I could be mean to some people.
How many siblings do you have?
2.
Okay. And how old are they?
5. 2.
Well, We only have a minute left. How old are they?
5 and 7.
5 and 7. 5 and 7. Listen, Mari Copney, here, I'm voting Mari Copney for president 2020.
Yes.
2044.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah,
2044, saving the world.
She
Little
does.
Miss Flint, you are something special. Thank you for being on our show. We adore you. Well, thank you, Lulu. We'll help you with backpacks, and we'll help you with anything you need. Thank you for moving the needle, and thank you, most importantly, what Mari Copney, Little Miss Flint represents is progress.
Yes.
Bottom line, baby. All right, don't go anywhere. Guess who's coming on? Dr. Bobby. Dr. Bobby McCullough will be on the show with us. You are listening to Innovative Health Radio, SuperTalk 1570. Right here. Where, Mari Copney? What city? It's Flint, baby.
Flint, Michigan.
We'll be right back.
Over the past 50 years, SCORE mentors have helped more than 10 million small business owners succeed for free.
Starting a business can be incredibly confusing.
SCORE really helped me steer the course.
Whatever the business, there's a SCORE mentor who can help you reach your goals.
SCORE mentors are serious business experts.
Are you starting or growing a business? Be one of the next 10 million small businesses helped for free by SCORE. Get your free business mentor at score.org.
Hi, I'm Danica Patrick and proud aunt. Watching my nieces grow, play, and learn is amazing. But not every child gets to be carefree. 1 in 6 kids in the U.S. are hungry. 1 in 6. That little girl sitting alone at the playground, she can't play like the other kids. She doesn't have the energy because she's hungry. School lunch will be her only meal today. It breaks my heart that this is the reality in our country, but it's something that Feeding America is working to change. Each year, the Feeding America network of food banks rescues billions of pounds of good food that would have gone to waste. This food is then provided to families and children in need. Being a kid should be about using your imagination, learning, and having fun. These children shouldn't have to miss out on simply being a kid because they're hungry. To find out how you can help end childhood hunger in your community, visit feedingamerica.org.
Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
This is Morgan Freeman. Colorectal cancer is the second leading cancer killer of men and women over 50. Doesn't always cause symptoms, but it can be prevented. Get screened.
A message from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Are you saving for college? 529 college savings plans are offered by states to provide easy and affordable ways to save. Saving in advance is a key part of preparing for higher education. Visit collegesavings.org.
You're listening to Super Talk 1570.
Welcome back to Innovative Health Radio, Super Talk 1570. I'm here with my beautiful co-host, Erin Coney. Hey, what a day, right?
What a day. This has been so exciting.
Isn't it
Thank you for
fun?
having me on the show. It's great.
Oh, we're so excited to have you because today is one of those outlier days, right, Christy, where we have just...
Yes.
You know, we have those days where we have like, one kind of special guest, but today they're all
Everybody,
they're all
yes.
pretty cool.
Yes.
And guess what? Guess who's in the studio?
One of our favorites.
One of our favorites.
Yes.
And like we said, Erin, we love women, but we really love men.
Yes, there's some great men out there.
Dr. Bobby. Hello, sir.
Oh, thank you very much for that wonderful welcome. I should come here more often.
I know you're a good friend of the show, and we're always honored. And we know you're very busy, so we're honored and privileged when you're able to make it.
Oh, thank you.
But we're always excited to have you on because you do so much for the city of Flint, and we're super grateful for everything you do.
Thank you.
And I'll start with that because you had a new speakeasy open with your partner Phil Schultz. It's called, what's it called?
X.
X.
Just X. Yep.
X marks the spot.
Yeah, there's a big red X on the door, and that's how you'll know it's there.
And I haven't been yet, and I'm so excited to go because I hear great things about it.
Yes. It's really kind of magical, actually. And
I love those speakeasies.
And Phil Schultz has been on the show, and he's a friend of the show and a friend of ours, and quite a character. I mean, what a visionary and innovator.
It's hard to keep up with them as a partner, that's for sure.
It's amazing.
It's a speakeasy, so you have to have a password to get in?
Yes, you actually. Well, so now it's a modern speakeasy, so you need a fob.
Yes,
right? Like
a key fob.
A key fob sort of thing, yep.
Where do I key fob?
Where do I get mine?
Well, you have to know people, so Well,
I know
talk to you.
people.
I think you know the people.
He's here with
I
us.
know him. He's sitting right next to me.
I know all the wrong people.
So we will definitely, I think we already have one for you.
Okay,
so we
awesome.
bought a
Good.
few. Yes,
Awesome.
we've got our key fobs. And let's tell a little bit, too, because it's also you have to go in a secret entrance.
Yes.
And there's security there. So you feel very safe.
That's
and then
awesome.
you have to know, if you don't have a key fob is like your lifetime. You get in anytime.
Right. Yep.
But you can go in. They're open Thursday through Sunday.
Correct. Yep.
But you have to know the way to get in. And you'll just have to we'll just leave it at that.
Well, yeah, we got to
Yeah.
keep some mystery to this, right?
Well, so the first
whole
time I
point.
went, I didn't have a fob, and they didn't know who I was.
They're like, no, Dr.
And,
Bobby, you can't come in.
Right, actually, that's correct. That's exactly what they said. They said,
Security. We're going to need 3 people here.
And luckily, my partner Phil was there, and he whisked me in and gave me my fob, and I was good after that. But I was sweating it for a minute out in the alley.
You're like, I own the place.
I can't even get into my own place.
Exactly.
Phil, I don't know if that check's cleared yet, but I'm going to cancel it right now. Phil's like, no, I'm coming down to walk you in personally.
That's pretty much exactly how it happened. Yep.
Well,
that's
and
hilarious.
that was actually Erin and I were there that day, and that
that's
was
when we met officially.
Yes, that was a big launch party, and inside it is so cool, and it's got such a really cool vibe to it.
It does.
It's exciting. It's different than, and we have interest in other ventures on the street, but they each have their own personality, and X certainly is very cosmopolitan. Phil spent some time in New York, and he saw a place in New York that he really liked, and he said, there's no reason we can't have a place like that here in Flint.
Right, that's right.
And now we have X.
Well, and we actually, listeners, look for a story on X in the upcoming edition of Innovative Health Magazine. We did a story with Phil Schultzen on the
awesome.
on the restaurant, so it'll be really cool, and everyone will get to see kind of the inside of it. And what I really like is the location. It's right across from the Capitol, so you can go see whatever's happening at the Capitol, and then
evening.
head over, whether it's Table and Tap or X or both.
Yep.
If it's me, it's both.
Right? If it's me, it's both, too.
Yes.
Definitely.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Just let the traffic clear out. Let other
Right,
people sort
that's
of
right.
deal with getting their cars and sit and chill out at X for a little bit.
So thank you so much, Dr. Bobby, because what you do for the city really changes the landscape.
Thank you.
A lot of people, we live in grew up in Fenton, grew up in Grand Blanc. My family grew up in Flint, and you obviously, Dr. Bobby, grew up in Flint too. But people who haven't, when they get downtown, it's like, wow.
Right.
Well, and I did not grow up here.
Right.
I grew up down in Oakland County.
That's right, but we live in Grand Blanc. And
right,
live in,
but so now, to not have known what it was or, anything about it and to now go there. I mean, I love it. When I first moved up here, it was about 18 years ago, and I never went into Flint. I mean, very rarely. Occasionally I would take the kids to the FIA or go see a show or whatever, but now I'm there all the time, and I love it. And people are like, well, tell us about Flint. I'm like, oh my gosh, you got to go. When you're in town, let me know. I'm going to take you. I have places, So
we head downtown after the show every Wednesday, so we're trying to help put
501
revenue back in your pocketbook.
501 is our spot, really. That's the first place we go.
Yes,
so.
I think I know your reserve table there. I've sat with you there before.
Yeah, and Cork on Saginaw, that's another great place. I always go down there, my family does, and a lot of people should come down there, and it's great that they have the festival that they just had this past weekend. So people like you that have invested in Flint, we need more people like you to bring businesses. And
it's coming.
Oh, it's coming, baby.
Definitely coming.
Yeah, it's changed a lot in the past 10 years in a good way.
Yeah.
So you just had a recent, really kind of exciting excursion. Tell us a little bit what you just did.
So I just got back a few days ago from climbing Mount Kilimanjaro in Tanzania, Africa.
Oh my, no big deal.
Yeah, no big deal at all.
Right.
Just a little mountain
I was doing laundry. Can I just get a hold of Dr. Bobby?
Yeah.
No.
Right.
Yeah, I'll call you when I get off this 19,000-foot mountain.
My ears are popping.
So
I call you back.
Off air, I asked him. I'm like, "Wow, what an amazing thing! Weren't you so excited? Tell me about it. Wasn't that an awesome experience?" And I would love to hear what he has to say about that.
To summarize, it was sort of the response of not so much. No, but it was fun. I mean, it's neat to accomplish something like that, right?
Well,
to sort of put your body through it is. There's a feeling of success after.
Yes, absolutely.
Has it been on your bucket list? That's my
Not
question
at all.
to you. What made you want to climb that mountain?
So it was marriage that led me to it.
The boss.
That's hilarious. I'm sitting in here just listening, and that was my first thought was the wife made me do it.
Exactly.
Exactly. So Nita
Those
enjoys
vows.
traveling, and we travel. Once a year we take a trip somewhere with a few other families, and the rest of them thought this was the greatest idea ever. Right, to climb Mount
On
Kilimanjaro.
paper, it's beautiful.
Yeah, exactly. It looked, I mean,
was it
pictures,
on her bucket list? Was it something she always wanted to do?
Yeah,
okay,
so
next year,
your
bucket.
Yeah, I was going to say, so next year it's your turn.
Cozumel, baby.
So I'll make a confession here, and the part that sort of irritates me about all of it, and it's cool that we did it, and we can talk about it in a second, but here I have climbed the highest freestanding mountain in the world,
right?
And I've never been on the other side of the Mackinac Bridge.
Oh my goodness!
Right. So in my opinion, we have a lot to take care of here.
Yes.
Right? Going to the UP and Picture Rocks and Tequamanon.
That's what I'm going. I'm going to be there. Not this weekend. The next weekend.
Yeah,
I'll be up at both of those.
Exactly. So that's something that we ought to do. But it's neat to do these other things too. But I told her that from now on we need to alternate. Right. Like we're going to do something domestic and then we'll do something international.
That's a great idea.
So is there massive preparation for that? What does
should
it
have
entail?
been.
Okay, that's my question.
So ideally, yes. So the people that we went with, they had been hiking and going to this. There's a place in Fenton that simulates altitude, so you can sleep at 17,000 feet.
Where is that?
It's run by the Peabodys, and they're in Fenton. And
Dr. Peabody was on today.
Oh,
Dr. Erica, her family. It's her
gotcha.
family.
Okay, yep, it's
yes.
her family, right? Yep. So they have a place in Fenton, and you can sleep there, and they turn down the oxygen to basically simulate what it's like to be at the top of a mountain. So for months they had been sleeping in this place, and then we all went out there, and then I really didn't do any preparation. I was sort of the reluctant participant.
You said for months they had been sleeping in this.
It wasn't
okay.
Me.
Wasn't
no.
You were like
did not include yourself in that.
No,
Did you hear him? His reluctant part. You were like the youngest child, like dragged.
Yeah. I try not to be too vocal about not wanting to go because I didn't want to ruin it for anybody else. I just didn't have to be enthusiastic about it.
Right. You just were kind of unaffected about it.
Exactly. I just went through the motions. But so then, 5 days to climb up this mountain.
Wow.
And after 2 days, you're already above the clouds. And so you're looking down at the clouds.
That's amazing.
So
I mean, even just that experience has to be just awesome.
Well, 5 days.
If I wasn't so out of breath, it would have been great.
Well, did it scare you? That's my next. I mean, being a physician too, you probably.
Yeah. So there were 2 moments that were sort of scary. One is most of it is free climbing. I mean, you don't need ropes or anything like that. But there's a couple slight sort of cliffs where you have to sort of scale the side of it to go around. And if you slip, you're falling 50 feet, right? So those couple of moments were scary. And then the very last day, you leave camp at 11 p.m. to get to the top by 7 a.m. And so as soon as the sun comes up at around 6 a.m., you're looking around and you're near the top. And everywhere you look, there's sort of like vomit and blood. I'm like, this is not good.
Right. You'd
From
think
other
they'd
people.
clean that up as a business.
Well, it happens every day.
The tour guides would have.
Well, you're at the top by then.
There's no turning back.
They're going to just sweep that up a little bit.
So that was a little disconcerting. So.
Oh, wow.
But
you don't have a Molly made for mountains?
No, I don't think you could find anybody to go up there for work.
Well, Dr. Bobby, we only have about a minute left. Thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me.
And real quickly, the boys graduated from Powers Catholic High School,
Yes,
so
they did.
empty nesters.
Yep, they're off to college. One's going to Michigan in Ann Arbor, and one's going to the University of Chicago. And then Nita and I will figure out what to do.
I'm seeing more mountains. I'm sorry.
I'm sure you guys know.
They're going to Pictured Rocks and Tequamanon.
Yes.
Yes.
I have
It'll
a
be
feeling
beautiful
if
in the
Dr.
fall.
Bobby climbs another mountain, it'll be an emptier nest.
That's right. The dunes, the sand dunes are looking
lovely.
just fine.
Yes.
Right? Like that's all I need to climb from now on.
And we know Nita's not listening, so we're fine. It's all good.
He's not going to climb the stairs to the bedroom anymore.
He's going to have an elevator, put in.
Have a first floor master bedroom. That's what I need.
Well, that's our show today. Big thank you to Dr. Bobby. As always, you're amazing. Big thank you to our guest co-host, Aaron Coney, my beautiful co-host, and you're beautiful too, my other beautiful co-host, Christy Marshall. And what an amazing show, right? Dr. Erica Peabody, Greg McPartland, Mari Copney, her mom, Lulu Brazel, Little Miss Flint. Thank you. My last words, Flint forward, baby. You have been listening to Innovative Health Radio, SuperTalk 1570. Make it a great day.
The preceding program was sponsored by Mott Community College, ClintNarrative.org, and Soul Intentions Life Coaching, LLC.